Hey everyone, welcome back to another vlog in my Azerbaijan series. In part 1, I covered all the essentials you need for a smooth trip, from visas to hotels and some key tips. For those who watched it, you know this trip was special because I hosted my first group trip. We were 20 people traveling together exploring the beauty of Azerbaijan. If you haven't seen that vlog yet, please go check it out. Today's vlog is all about the amazing places you can visit in Azerbaijan apart from Baku. So after spending 2 full days exploring Baku, we headed towards Gabala, a beautiful mountain region about 3.5 hours away from Baku. On our way to Gabala, we stopped in Shamakhi, a charming town known for its rich history, grape cultivation, and vineyards. Our first stop in Shamakhi was the historic Juma Mosque, one of the oldest mosques in Azerbaijan, which was originally built in the 8th century. The mosque has been rebuilt multiple times due to earthquake damage, but it still retains its historical significance and offers a glimpse into the architectural heritage of the region. Next, we visited the alpaca farm, a popular spot for day trips from Baku. This farm is home to a herd of friendly alpacas, and visitors can feed, pet, and take photos with these adorable animals. The farm is well maintained, and the staff provides interesting information about alpacas and their care. We spent about an hour here, and it was a lot of fun. If you're an animal lover, this place is a must visit. The highlight of our day was our visit to Apura Winery, a beautiful restaurant overlooking the grape fields. Shamakhi is famous for its wine production, and Apura Winery is one of the best places to experience it. We did a wine tasting tour and sampled around 5 different types of wines, which was a perfect way to end our day. While the wine tour and tasting can be quite expensive, it's worth it if you're in a group of more than 6 or 7 people. And even if you don't do the wine tour, you should definitely visit this place for lunch. The food is excellent and the views are stunning. Just remember to make a reservation as it's a very popular spot. Hey, good morning everyone. So we are currently in Gabala. कल हम शमाखी में थे and शमाखी से गवाला आते आते काफ़ी रात हो गई थी. So we didn't really get to see much of Gabala. We just straight away came to our resort and checked in. But now that it's morning, it's time to explore Gabala. I'm excited to see what's it like. And but सबसे पहले I'm going to show you the property where we're staying at. It's a beautiful resort called Nohur Lakeside Resort. It's right besides this pretty lake called Nohur, which is a famous tourist spot in Gabala, and we are right next to the lake. It's a very peaceful surrounding that we are in, so it's nice to kind of just enjoy the calm and the scenery around. गबाला में एज सच कुछ करने को नहीं है, बट इफ़ यू हैव अ स्पेयर डे देन यू कैन डेफिनेटली कम हियर, एंड इफ यू वांट अ चेंज ऑफ सीनरी फ्रॉम बाकू you can spend some time in Gabala, but also you don't really have to spend the night here. You can always just do a day trip from Baku. People usually do that, but हमने यहाँ पे 2 nights spend कर लिए because we don't mind this kind of scene. But if you're somebody who's looking for a very buzzing time and you want some action and stuff, then this is not the place. So this is what today's plan looks like. We are going to have breakfast in the hotel. एंड उसके बाद वी आर गोइंग टू हेड टू तूफानदंग माउंटेन रिजॉर्ट. वहाँ पे जाने के लिए यू हैव टू टेक अ केबल कार विच इज़ अ लॉन्ग राइड अप टू द माउंटेन एंड इट्स रियली सीनिक. वैसे तो वहाँ पे लोग पीपल गो देयर फॉर स्कीइंग, बट इट्स स्प्रिंग टाइम सो देयर इज ऑब्वियसली नो स्नो देयर, बट वन कैन जस्ट गो देयर एंड एन्जॉय अदर एक्टिविटीज़ एंड एन्जॉय द सीनरी, टेक पिक्चर्स, टेक वीडियोज़ एंड हैव अ गुड टाइम. बट होपफुली थोड़ी बहुत लेफ्ट ओवर स्नो है वहाँ पे, सो वी विल गेट टू सी अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ स्नो. But I am looking forward to the cable car ride. I've heard it's really scenic.
The scenery from up here is absolutely stunning. We were lucky enough to catch a glimpse of some leftover snow even though it's springtime. I can only imagine how beautiful this place must be in winter. There are plenty of activities to enjoy in the summer too. You can go hiking on the trails, have a meal at the restaurant with a view, or just relax and take in the beautiful surroundings. For those looking for a bit of adventure, there's also a shooting club where you can try your hand at firing a gun. We spent a good 2 hours here soaking up the weather and the breathtaking views. So that's pretty much it for Gabala. Like most hill stations, it's all about enjoying the beauty of nature. After a visit to Tufandang, we headed to an Indian restaurant in Gabala. We were really missing our home food, so it was a nice treat. After lunch, we spent some time at the lake, boating, and just relaxing. It was a peaceful way to wrap up the day. In the evening, we all got together at the hotel, shared stories, and enjoyed the wine we had bought from Shamaki.
So we are checking out from Gabala today and heading back to Baku. But on the way, we are stopping at Sheki. That's where we're going to spend the whole day today. And in the evening, head back to Baku for the night. So we had a really good time in Gabala. And now it's time to check out Sheki, which is this really old town in Azerbaijan. And I've heard it's very pretty and very gorgeous. It's one of the largest cities here. And it's known for its, silk craftsmanship, which dates back to centuries. So I'm really looking forward to spending time in this old town.
Our first stop in Sheki was Sheki Khan's palace. This beautiful palace was built in the 18th century and was home to the Khan, a ruler of the region. The palace is famous for its colorful stained glass windows and detailed wall paintings. These windows and paintings make the inside of the palace look like a rainbow when the sun shines through. Unfortunately, we couldn't take any photos inside, but believe me, it was really pretty. The Khan and his family used to live here, and it's a big part of Sheki's history. After exploring the palace, we strolled around the town for a bit. We visited a caravanserai, which is a roadside historic inn where travelers and merchants from the Silk Route would stay and recover during their journeys. Azerbaijan is a really small country, and it's surprising how every place looks so different. Sheki is beautiful and I would have loved to spend more time here. We only had about 2 to 3 hours to explore, which isn't enough at all. If you really want to experience the beauty of Sheki, either completely skip it or spend at least a night here for sure. On the last day of our trip, we visited Gobistan National Park and the mud volcanoes. I can easily say I loved this day.
So today is the last day of our trip. Time has really flown by. It really seems to fly when you're having a good time. We had a blast here, all of us, the entire group. But this is not it. It's not over yet. We still have the whole day today, and we have a bunch of things planned for now. So we're at the Gobistan National Park right now. There are very interesting caves here that depict rock carvings and daily scenes from ancestral life, like hunting and other rituals that were followed by the ancestors. So it's pretty interesting. There's a museum here with a lot of information, and then the interesting thing is there are also mud volcanoes here in which you can take a mud bath if you want to.
So, Gobistan National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site famous for its ancient rock carvings that date back to 40,000 years ago. The museum gave us a great overview of the history and significance of these carvings. The caves in the park were fascinating with detailed carvings that depict ancient human life, hunting scenes, and rituals. It's incredible to think how long ago people lived here and left their mark on these rocks. Next, we headed to the mud volcanoes, and trust me, it was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. The drive itself was so thrilling with rugged terrain and old cars making it feel like a movie scene. The sight of the bubbling mud volcanoes was absolutely fascinating. These volcanoes are famous for their therapeutic benefits. You can take a dip in the mud, which some people believe is great for the skin, or fill up bottles to take home and use later. It was such a fun and unique experience, and definitely a highlight of the trip. After visiting the mud volcano, we made our way to the famous Yanardagh burning mountain. I had high hopes for this, but honestly, it didn't live up to my expectations. While it's fascinating to see a mountain that's been burning for years due to natural gas, the experience was a bit underwhelming. The place was packed with tourists all trying to get their perfect photo, which took away from the experience. If your schedule is tight, you can definitely skip this spot without missing much. Our final destination of the day was the Ateshkar Fire Temple, a fascinating site with roots dating back to ancient times. Originally constructed by Zoroastrians, followers of one of the world's oldest religions, the temple was revered as a place of worship and pilgrimage. People used to come here from all over to worship, drawn by the eternal flames which were thought to possess sacred powers. Over the centuries, the temple underwent various transformations, eventually becoming a symbol of spiritual devotion for Hindus and Sikhs as well. In conclusion, today's vlog captures just a glimpse of my beautiful journey through Azerbaijan. Each traveler has their own way of experiencing a destination, whether it's immersing in cultural sites or simply taking in the scenic beauty. There's no right or wrong way to travel, it's all about personal preferences. So whether you choose to explore every corner or simply relax, Azerbaijan offers something for everyone to enjoy.